Good morning, everyone. Today I am going to discuss the chi-square test under the test of significance. Chi-square is a non-parametric test in which no assumption is required. It is given by the Carl Pearson and it is the statistical test applied to sets of the categorical data to evaluate how likely it is that any observed difference between the sets arose by chance. There are number of types of the chi-square test, but according to your syllabus, we will discuss the test of goodness of fitness, in which we will use the contingency table. So first of all, we will see what are the various steps to calculate the chi-square test. Okay, this is the formula for the chi-square test. Chi-square, this is the sign of the chi-square. Chi-square is equal to summation O minus E. O is the observed frequencies or the values. E is the expected frequencies. So summation O minus E whole square of this and divided by E. So this is the formula. Okay. Then what are the various steps? First step is we will make the null hypothesis. Like as we are taking two drugs, we want to compare which one is the good or the effective one. So we will make the null hypothesis first. Then make a contingency table from the given values. Then note the frequencies observed in each class by row wise and column wise. Okay. Then you need to find out the expected frequency, and the formula to calculate the expected frequency, E is the expected frequency. E is equal to column total into row total divided by sample total, means total number of values. So how we will calculate the expected frequency? Column total, row total divided by sample total. You will learn it very well when we will take an example. Just here we are discussing the various steps. So the next step will be find the difference between the observed and the expected frequencies in each cell. Okay, we will find out the difference between the observed frequencies and the expected frequencies for each cell. Then in last we will calculate the chi-square value by applying the same formula, that is the summation O minus E whole square divided by E. Okay, then calculate the degree of freedom from the number of categories, and the formula for the degree of freedom is column minus 1 into row minus 1. So C is the column, that is the number of the vertical column, and R is the row, that is the number of the horizontal row given in the contingency table. And then we will refer the chi-square table value. Okay, so here the question is, what is the table value? Table values are always given. It is already given in your book. You will compare the table value to the calculated value. So refer the chi-square table to compare the calculated and the tabulated. Tabulated means which is given in the table. Table value at the computed degree of freedom, and specified the level of significance. Like you can take the level of significance, we already discussed, it can be 0.05, 0.02, 0.01. Okay, so if the tabulated chi-square value is more than the calculated chi-square, we will accept the null hypothesis, and if the tabulated value is less than the calculated chi-square, then we reject the null hypothesis. So these are the various steps to calculate the chi-square. Now we will take a example. Okay, now I'm going to take an example of chi-square. So example is we are making a trial of two whooping cough vaccines like vaccine A and vaccine B. Vaccine A attacked on 22 people and not attacked on 68. Vaccine B attacked on 14 people and not attacked on 72. So actually these all are observed values. So these are our observed value. We are going to compare the vaccine A and B. So what was the first step according to the steps? First of all, we need to make the null hypothesis. So our null hypothesis says there will be no significant difference in the vaccine A and B. As you know, null hypothesis always say no difference. Okay, so according to the null hypothesis, there will be no significant difference between the both vaccines, vaccine A and vaccine B. Now we need to see whether the null hypothesis is true or not true. Okay, now step 2 is you need to make the contingency table and determine the row total and column total. So we need to make the contingency table. So according to that, first of all, we will see what is the row total. Row total is 22 plus 68. So 22 is our observed value. Observed value 1. 68 is our second observed value. You can go in this way, horizontal way, or in vertical way. You can give the any number to any value. Like I am taking it horizontally, you can apply these number as vertically too. So 22 is our first observed value, 68 is the second observed value, 14 is the third observed value, 72 is the fourth observed value. Now we will see what is the row total and the column total. So the row total for the first one 22 plus 68, so it is 90. Then second 14 plus 72, row total is 86. Now we will see the column total. So column total is the 22 plus 14, that is 36. Then 68 plus 72, that is 150. Now the last we will see the sample total. Sample total is 176. Okay. So the step number 3, we need to determine the expected value for each. And what was the formula for that? Row total into column total divided by the grand total, or you can say the sample total. So we need to find out the expected value for each. Okay, the expected value for the first one. Okay, the first row total, it was 90, column total was 36, and grand total is 176. So after calculation you are getting the value, that is the 18.4. Okay, 18.4, that is the our first expected value. And second expected value is 90 into 140 divided by 176. Okay, are you getting it? How we are getting the 90 into 140? This is the row total into column total over the grand total for the second observed value. Okay, we are not taking here the expected value, observed values. We are calculating the row total and the column total and the grand total for that observed value. Just look at the table again. Our second value is the 68, and for the 68 our row total is 90, our column total is 140, our grand total is 176. So we are using all this. So For the second, it is 90 into 140 over 176. Then the result we are getting, that is 71.5. So we are calculating expected value for each observed value in same way, like we calculated E1 and E2, same way we will calculate the E3 and E4. After that, we will calculate the chi-square. How we calculate it? We will make a table like this. So first observed value is the 22, and the expected value for the first observed value we already calculated, that is 18.4. So we will apply this 18.4. The next, according to the formula, that is the O minus E, means observed value minus expected value, that is 22 minus 18.4. Then we will calculate the square of that, that is 3.6 into 3.6, that is 12.96. After the calculation of that square, then divide that squared value by expected one. Okay, so square value is the 12.96 and the expected value is the 18.4. So we will get the result, that is 0.76. Same, the second observed value is the 68 and expected value is the 71.5. So O minus E is equal to 3.5. Then O minus E square of the O minus E, that is 3.5 into 3.5. Then we will get the 12.25 and divide this value by the expected value. Then the result will be the 0.17. In this way we will calculate the same rest of the value, and we are getting the result 0.84. Then 0.188 0.189. Okay, so next step is the summation of the O minus E square divided by E. Then we will calculate the summation of these all values. Okay, these all values, and we are getting the result, that is the 1.89. So this is the value of the chi-square. Next step will be the calculation of the degree of freedom, and the formula for degree of freedom is column minus 1 into row minus 1. Now you need to see how many columns we have. So we have the two columns, like this is the first column and this is the second column. And how many rows we have? This is the first row and this is the second row. So we have two column and two rows. Okay, so 2 minus 1 into 2 minus 1, and the degree of freedom will be the 1. Now compare the table and the calculated value at 0.05 level. As a 0.05 level instead of the 0.5 only. So compare the table and the calculated value at 0.05 level of significance at 1 degree of freedom. Okay, so table value is the 3.84. It is not visible, so I am going to write it again, 3.84. So this is our table value. Table value, don't get confused, what is the table value? Table value is the standardized value that is already given to you in your books also. Okay, so table value is 3.8. We will compare the table value and the calculated value. Our calculated chi-square value is the 1.89. Is more than the calculated value, as table value is the 3.84 and calculated value is the 1.89. And we already learned that when the table value is more than the calculated value, we will accept the null hypothesis. So here we will accept the null hypothesis, that is, there is no significant difference between the vaccine A and vaccine B, because our calculated value is less than the table value. Okay, so this is the way to calculate the chi-square. I hope you understand. Okay, if you have any query, you can ask me in the comment box. Okay, we will meet soon for the next class. Okay.